Wow, it's time for another show full of tips and ideas from the sales growth leadership expert, Dean Akers. Known for his experience in hyper-growing companies and creating cultures for high-performance teams, here's Dean.
Welcome to your Sales and Leadership Ninja Show. This is the first show of our new season in the new decade 2020, and I want to welcome all my listeners out there and my viewers, because we are video and audio on the various platforms. But I really want to thank you for the last 2 years. We've had an awesome last 2 years. Today actually marks our 100th show, and that's a big milestone for me. And our listenership continues to grow. And again, thank you. And I really hope I'm bringing a value to each one of you, whether you're in the sales realm or leadership realm. And today, to kick off 2020 and for our 100th show, I want to talk about something that continues to happen in businesses, and I help businesses, including my own, and learned it years ago. And it's understanding the concept of what a business is. A business is made up of 3 legs, and every business is made up of 3 legs, which is your sales and marketing arm, which is your income arm, your operational arm, which is your execution, the make it happen, the running the business arm, and then the financial arm, which is your finance, whatever it is, equity, raising cash, paying bills, paying payroll. It's a financial arm. So it's 3 legs of a stool. And a 3-legged stool looks just like the one that I have here that I'm showing our viewers. If you take one of the legs off or shorten one of the legs, it'll wobble. If you take one of the legs off, the stool will fall over. So years ago, I learned this the hard way. I had my first company, and I was pretty good at sales. I would say I was real good at sales. I thought I kind of knew operations. Finance, I thought I knew, but I really had no clue. So I buy this business, and obviously it's 3-legged stool. We want to guess what happened. It wobbled badly. And it wobbled badly to the point that I learned finance and learned operations. And we're not going to talk a lot about this today, but if you're out there listening, you're an entrepreneur, I really encourage you to do something I did early on also, which is get a couple mentors. There's people in whether it's in your church, synagogue, service club, neighbors, friends of your parents, whatever, friends of yours that are successful. Get them as mentors, and they can help you with these 3 legs. And especially if you have a real challenge in one of the legs, you get a mentor in that area, and they'll help school you. So as an entrepreneur or a business owner, you need to be balanced with all these legs and understand the importance of all these legs. You better have an experience. You better have experience in all 3 legs and take some time to really nurture and educate yourself on it. Generally, you'll find an entrepreneur has experience and or acumen in one of the legs. It's usually sales, operations. Generally, it's not finance. This isn't a bust on finance, but a lot of people that are really strong in finance many times don't have the stuff to really get the business going, because what really drives a business at the end of the day is sales. Sales, period. So, when you get somebody who can get in there in sales will cover a lot of your ills. That being said, knowing all 3 will make you very, very successful. So, here's what I want you to do. I hear it all the time when I'm talking to entrepreneurs, and I say, tell me about your balance in all 3 of them. And again, we have the CEO Physical, which I'll be happy to send any of you, and that's help@adjunctceo.com. I can email that to you. It's also on our website. The adjunctceo.com website takes you there, and you can download it and do it yourself. But the most important thing I want you to understand, when you go through it, it'll show you your blind spots. So I'll talk to an entrepreneur, and I said, tell me about your financials. Let me look at those. They go, oh, I don't worry about that. My accountant takes care of it. And invariably, a lot of their problems that they're sharing with me have to do with that financial statement. And I go in, I look at that. I had one particular company years ago. They had a problem with it. Could hardly make payroll. It was a pretty large company, and they had done a lot of short-term debt on long-term assets. So when I saw that in the balance sheet, I asked why, and sadly, the CFO was doing it to kind of corral or rein in the CEO because the CEO didn't understand finance. What we did is we went out and banked those long-term assets, freed up the cash requirements to take care of those debt service responsibilities, and the companies had tons of cash all of a sudden to operate and grow with, and subsequently really took off and became successful. Again, had the entrepreneur understood the financial side of it, they would have never gotten in that challenge and they would have managed it better. So remember, in the three legs, you want to make sure that you're on top of one of them and that you really know. So with the three legs, sales and marketing become incumbent on you. So you really want to get that leg going. Look at your operational leg, make sure you're delivering and you're giving great customer service, and then have your financial leg so you understand the concepts of the balance sheet, cash flows, and all the aspects there. So what is today's message for you? Well, there's two messages. One is three messages. One is download the CEO physical. Take that physical. When you do it, you don't understand before you try to hunt up the answer, or you can hunt up the answer, mark the ones you clearly don't understand and look at how they fit into the three legs as far as if they get you really tilted. If that's the case, reach out to me at help@adjunctceo.com and I'll give you more information on that. Then secondarily is we know that you've got to have sales. So if you want to get about sales, reach out and we'll send you our sales programs. But again, do your deep dive. I'll send you a template for the three legs. It'll show you your three legs and you put in there. We use it in all our companies and the companies I help to put the task in there so we know we're getting on top of all three legs and we don't let one flounder. So again, today, if you want an outline of the sales basics, just send it to me at help@adjunctceo.com. If you have a question on the three legs, I can send the outline to you. Just again, it's the outline I use with all my companies, and I'll be happy to send that to you at help@adjunctceo.com. And then if you want to obviously do the CEO physical, I can send it to you, or you can download it on the website, www.adjunctceo.com. So what's the fundamentals of business starting in 2020? It's understanding the three legs of your business. It's looking in the mirror, making sure you can answer. I'm competent in my understanding of my sales and marketing. I'm competent in understanding my operations and got outlines to do it. And I'm competent in understanding my financials and can do that. So with that, I want to wish everybody a great start to 2020. This is going to be a great decade. I've been meeting with some of my customers. There's lots of tailwind to make this economy keep going for you. And one little twist I wanted to say, make sure you're growing in your market at the same rate as the economy. Because I do run into some CEOs that are doing really well now and they're happy. And then when we do an analysis, they're actually sliding against the growth of their market space. And that's going to bite them later. Not today, but later. And they need to just be aware of it. So you're going to go out this week. You're going to look at your three legs. You're going to reach out to me at help@adjunctceo if you have any questions or you need any information. You're going to download the CEO physical at help@adjunctceo.com. Download that and see how you stack up there. And again, if you ever need anything, I've reached out. I got tons of listeners and viewers that ask me questions. I'll do an online to help you. And one other thing I want to tell you I'm pretty excited about. In 2020, I'm going to take everything we've been talking about the last 2 years. We're going to be putting it into a program that you'll be able to get online that you can review. It'll have all the templates. It'll have the directions and everything. It'll be all online. I've got people working on it. It's going to be a whole program that'll be scoped out with it'll be a software. So you'll be able to really manage and operate your business like we've been talking for the last 2 years. I'm extra excited about that. So again, anything you need, we're starting out 2020. Don't be bashful. This is going to be a great decade. Reach out to help@adjunctceo.com and just say, hey, Dean, get one of your people to help me with this or that, and we'll get you helped at no charge. Have a great day. See you next week.
We hope you enjoyed this week's show. Subscribe today to our podcast and send questions or thoughts to help@deanacres.com. Also, visit us at www.deanacres.com to listen to prior shows and view helpful videos. Also, great tips to download. Thanks again. See you next week.